words were re-echoed by the whole party with vociferous cheers. At this moment, Danglars, who had been incessantly observing every change in Fernand's look and manner, saw him stagger and fall back, with an almost convulsive spasm, against a seat placed near one of the open windows. At the same instant his ear caught a sort of indistinct sound on the stairs, followed by the measured tread of soldiery, with the clanking of swords and military accoutrements. Then came the hum and buzz of many voices, so as to deaden even the noisy mirth of the bridal party, among whom a vague feeling of curiosity and apprehension quelled every disposition to talk, and almost instantaneously the most death-like stillness prevailed. The sounds drew nearer. 3 blows were struck upon the panel of the door. The company looked at each other in consternation. "I demand admittance," said a loud voice outside the room. "In the name of the law!" As no attempt was made to prevent it, the door was opened, and a magistrate, wearing his official scarf, presented himself, followed by 4 soldiers and a corporal. Uneasiness now yielded to the most extreme dread on the part of those present. "May I venture to inquire the reason of this unexpected visit?" said Monsieur Morrel, addressing the magistrate, whom he evidently knew. "There's doubtless some mistake easily explained." "If it be so," replied the magistrate, "rely upon every reparation being made. Meanwhile, I am the bearer of an order of arrest, and although I must reluctantly perform the task assigned me, it must nevertheless be fulfilled. Who among the persons here assembled answers to the name of Edmond Dantès?" Whoa! I admit I was expecting something to happen, maybe even this chapter, but not that quickly. This is all starting to kind of feel like a stage play, and I can kind of feel Dumas' roots here. Like, I can see this all kind of blocked out with some of the actors from the crew of the boat on one side of the stage, and Danglars, Caderousse, and Fernand on the other by the window. Mercedes and Dante, kind of center stage in each other's arms, gazing into each other's eyes, and the door off to the stage left, where you hear these voices booming from off stage, and then they burst onto center stage with this proclamation that there's an arrest out for Dante. That's a pretty powerful scene, and one that would capture your attention if you were in the theater. And I also like that Morrel is stepping in here like immediately. There's no doubt now, to me at least, in his confidence in Dante and wanting him to be captain of the Fernand moving forward. He's sticking his neck out like in front of the king's people. That's trust. And I realize this is kind of a superficial thing, but I couldn't help but earmark that the magistrate is wearing his like little fancy scarf to say he's on duty. And I did a little bit of research on that, and apparently like it's more of a sash, it's a symbol of judicial and governmental authority, something that is eye-catching and just shows an official status. But what's interesting is the accompaniment of the men, the soldiers that are with him, including the corporal, which like that apparently was not common for just your everyday contraband arrest. Like, this is indicating, some shit's going down. Like, this is big stuff that's happening, and we got to take it seriously. But I don't mean to be glib about that. I know different times, different cultures. But let's not get into that, and let's just continue on to tomorrow's episode. I'll see you here tomorrow. Okay, bye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.